Maya is very fun-loving, very polite.
Oh my God, she's so cute. She's honestly my favorite person on the entire planet. Maya is by far the kindest person I've ever met in my entire life. She is on the shyer side. She has the best hair.
We play games at the house when she's over.
She just dances and she loves music. She loves to make other people happy, and that's what she lives for. You would never know if you saw her on the street that she was ever sick. We were on our way to my grandmother's house to go butterfly catching, and we had noticed when we got to her house that she had a fever of 100, and we weren't overly concerned, but as a new mother and her being only 3 months old, it was concerning. So we decided to go to our local urgent care where they ran a bunch of scans, tests, x-rays, blood draws, and they had noticed that her white blood count was 500,000 times what it should be. Maya was diagnosed with infant ALL leukemia at age 3 months old.
Came home, and then right as I pulled in the driveway, I got a call from Jamie. She told me what Maya had leukemia. I immediately got back in the car and drove up to Hillcrest where they were. It was a tough day.
We were rushed to Cleveland Clinic main campus for emergency surgery to her spine and brain. We were told that she would have died that night for her liver being enlarged. We spent 9 months in one room undergoing her chemotherapy, and she got home. She was home for her first birthday. Nearing the middle of the summer, we had found a lump on the top of her head. She had relapsed and it was bad. She contracted a fungal and bacterial infection that was attacking her lungs, her liver, her kidney, her heart, her bones, and her eyes.
I remember saying to my dad one day, we're sitting in the hospital and she's in there, and you're just wondering how much a body can take before it just can't take anymore.
It was a bad time. She was put into a medical-induced coma for about 6 weeks. As a mother, I had a gut feeling that our transplant was the only way to go, and Maya did fabulous. She was out within 30 days of her transplant. We were living large for 7 or 8 months. Then her intestines had tied themselves into a knot. She was turning blue. She didn't remember who I was. She was continuously vomiting. She underwent emergency surgery to remove the part of her intestines that was dying. We were in the ICU for about 3 weeks, and on Christmas Eve, her intestines had tied themselves into a knot again, but she persevered, and we got out about 3 months later, and she's doing wonderful now. She has a slight eating disorder, so she is tube-fed completely, but she is doing wonderful in school. She does ballet. So LOS has helped us a ton throughout the entire experience. Besides all the great research that they do, it's a support system. You can lean on people within the organization, and they help you a lot. LOS has helped our family since the very first day. They're beyond supportive and generous. They are truly an extension of our family. We've never needed anything. If you ever need anything, you can call any one of them. They'll pick up the phone immediately, and they'll always be the first person there to help you out.
Jack is a constant ball of energy.
Jack is curious, he's funny. He asks the family if anybody's got any old computers, and he likes to take them apart and see what's inside of them.
He loves Legos. He also loves just being a kid. A couple days before he was diagnosed, he woke up early in the morning with really severe leg pain and was really uncomfortable. I sent him to school. I got a call from the school nurse that Jack really was in a lot of pain and really uncomfortable. I took him to urgent care center. The urgent care center just said it was leg pain and sent me home. Just 2 days later, I called our pediatrician to see him. Right away, she noticed that he jumped off the chair when she touched his thigh. She agreed to go ahead and have some blood work drawn that day. Friday morning, I got his lab results. I knew enough that the blood results were not good. I got a second call from our pediatrician. They wanted us to get a chest x-ray. I called my husband and I said, I need you to come right now.
While I was in the room with Jack, while he was getting the chest film, when I came back, Muna had told me that she spoke with our pediatrician again and we were to go down to Maine Clinic. I don't remember the drive. I don't remember walking into the clinic. I just remember being in the clinic room with the doctor, a family life specialist. But I remember them saying that Jack had leukemia. We were all scared. Moon and I took our turns crying, but we made sure that we weren't in front of Jack.
I think at that minute, our pediatrician gave us the best pep talk that I could have ever received. She said, "Muna, it's gonna be long, and it's gonna be really hard." She said, "I know you can do this." We needed to be strong for Jack. She said that our job was to fill our home with love and laughter and faith, and so that's what we did. We were told that for Jack's type of cancer, that he would need about 8 months of intense chemo, followed by maintenance treatment, and that because he was a boy, his treatment would be at least 3 years long.
The next day, Jack was in surgery, getting his central line in. And we were in the hospital for 8 days, getting the initial chemo done. We were able to come home for a day or two, and then ended up back in the hospital because Jack's sodium was too low.
He had a total of 8 months of intense chemotherapy, and now he's in maintenance treatment.
Jack being diagnosed with cancer, what it did for us is that we had to find a new normal. It took us a while to get there, and the normal changed as we went through the different phases of his treatment. At first, the normal was living in the hospital and Moon and I alternating times being there, and then it was being home and being restricted to what we can do. And now the normal's better than what it was, but it's a different normal. It's our normal, and it's really just finding that place for us that we can maintain our sense of humor, we can maintain our positive attitude, and do what we can to help Jack get through this.
Truly thank you from the bottom of all of our hearts.
Thank you all for your support.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for everything that you do.
Our family is committed to helping to raise more money so that we can fund another generation of cures. Thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.